What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started today, I gotta say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, I put together another very special build for y'all. Now, I'm gonna be calling it the two-way balanced 3-point threat in NBA 2K23 on next gen. Now, when it comes down to this build today, this is going to be one of the best 3-and-D point guard builds that you can possibly make. Now, when it comes down to the creation, we're going to be able to unlock lockdown takeover, rim protecting, shot creating, and also sharpshooting. Get anywhere from 81 to 88 badges. And then when it comes down to our animations, we're going to be able to unlock pro dribble moves as well as the best dunk packages. Now, as far as when it comes down to the attributes, the ones that are going to reach a 100 plus are going to be the 3-point shot, ball handle, interior and perimeter defense, steal, block, and most importantly, the stamina. So look, I just want to say thank you for those of y'all who did stop by and show your support. And if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from. And I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with the response. Now let's go ahead and get started today. The first thing that we need to do is put this build under the point guard position. Now when it comes down to the actual body settings today, I'm going to go with the height of 6'9". As for the weight, go ahead and put this down to 187. And then as for that wingspan, I'm going to go ahead and put this to 6'10 to get most out of our shooting. Now the body shape, it really comes down to how you want to go about this area. But today I'm going to go ahead and pick builds. Now from here, we're all set to get started with this area of the build. So let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of our physicals. Now do take into consideration the +4 that you get from the gym rat or the Gatorade facility workout. So I'm going to go with an 83 when it comes down to my speed. As for the acceleration, go with an 81. Now when it comes down to the stamina, I'm going to go with the 99. And it's most important to make sure that we go with a 60 vertical and then 59 when it comes down to our strength. Now these numbers really are adjustable to your own liking, but do not change anything when it comes down to the vertical, speed, or acceleration. Now like I said earlier, we're going to be able to apply boosts to every single area of this build. So let's go ahead and get started with the defense. So when it comes down to the interior, I'm going to go with an 84. As for the perimeter, I'm going to go with an 85. Now if you want the most out of the badges, I would go with an 88. And then as for the steal, I'm going to go ahead and put this to a 78. Now moving on to the block, my favorite thing about this is that we're going to be able to be pretty well rounded on the inside. And then as for the offensive rebound, go with the 76. And then for the defensive, I'm going to go with the 73. Now right there we get a total of 26 badges. Now look, as you can see, my favorites are going to be Box Out Beast, Glove, Hall of Fame Menace, Clamps, Interceptor with Chase on Artist. Then we get Anchor and Rebound Chaser. Now I think we're all set to move forward, so when it comes down to the playmaking, go with the 78 for the pass accuracy. As for the ball handle, I'm going to go with an 87. And then moving on to the speed with ball, I'm going to go with the 76 for a total of 21 badges. So as you can see right here, we get Ankle Breaker, Hyperdrive, Mismatch Expert, Quick First Step, and then also out of tier 3, I think all 4 of these are solid. Now for the shooting, go with the 77 for the mid-range shot. As for the 3-pointer, I'm going to go ahead and put this to a 92. And right there, as you can see, we do get a good amount of badges already. 23 in total. Now almost every single badge out of tier 1 is on Hall of Fame. And then when it comes down to the rest of this area, we're also going to be able to get Agent 3 on gold, limitless range, and then honestly I think this is one of the best areas when it comes down to this build. Now as far as when it comes down to the offense, we're off to a pretty good start. Now when it comes down to the finishing, go ahead and put the driving dunk up to an 80 to get the dunk packages that we need. And right there we're going to be able to maintain a total of 7 badges. Now the lineup that I would run is going to be Pro Touch, also Limitless Takeoff, Fearless Finisher, and you can even consider to throw in Aerial Wizard. Now keep in mind the plus 4 to 5 that you get from buying your own boost, the additional that you get from your 2 separate takeovers, which is a plus 10, and running with a teammate that has on Hall of Fame floor general, another plus 4, and the better we play throughout a game, our stats also gradually will raise. So as you can see, we get the shot creating, sharpshooting, lockdown, and rim protecting takeover. Now to get the very most out of this build, the first one that I'm going to pick is honestly going to be the lockdown. Now I'm going to go with the extreme clamps, or you can go with enhanced jump shot contest. Perimeter badge drop is solid as well. And then for the second one, I would really consider limitless range. Ankle breaking shots if you want to raise the mid range. But honestly, you cannot go wrong with paint intimidation, and I think this is going to be the best lineup to go with, and you can even go ahead and change it up to extreme clamps. So I'm going to leave it like this moving forward. Now let's go ahead and check out the actual build name that we made together. Now look, we should be getting these 3 comparisons, and as y'all can see, we have created the 2-way balanced 3-point threat, which comes out to a 3 and D point. Now let me know down below your thoughts and opinion on this build. Did you create it exactly how I brought it to y'all, or remake your own version? Now let's go ahead and check out the true potential of what today's build is going to be able to do. Now add up all of the boosts that I did mention previously. You're going to be able to see exactly what this build can do on the offense, but also the defense. Now from here, let's go ahead and wrap it up with a breakdown of the badge layout. Now when it comes down to the finishing badges, I'm going to go with Brown Slithery, Core, Fearless Finisher, Silver, Limitless Takeoff, and Pro Touch. Now another badge that I would consider is honestly going to be Aerial Wizard, especially for the wreck, even Acrobat, but if you want to go the extra route to earn extra badges and unlock Posterizer, that's definitely another route. Now for the shooting, I'm going to go with Bronze Volume Shooter, Green Machine, Gold Core Limitless Range, Agent 3, Hall of Fame Amped, Space Crater, and Garda. Now there's definitely other badges that we can pick from, but I personally believe that this is going to be the best lineup to start with. Now these are actually going to be the jump shots that we can pick and recreate from, just to give you a little bit of an idea, and I think this build is really off to a great start. Now when it comes down to the playmaking, I'm going to go with Bronze Handles for Days, Silver, Killer Combos, Ankle Breaker, Core, Clamp Breaker on Gold, Quick for Step, Hyperdrive, and this is going to be one of the best lineups to run with, especially for the playmaking. Now if you want to, you can make your own adjustments along the way, but all around I think this is going to be the perfect lineup for anybody to just pick up this build and use. Now for the defense, I'm going to go with Bronze Glove, Post Lockdown, Anchor, Core Rebound Chaser, with Silver Interceptor, Clamps, Box Out Beast, Gold Chase Down Artist, and Hall of Fame Menace. Now this right here, I'm telling y'all, one of the best defensive lineups of badges that you can possibly make in 2K on Next Gen. Now let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Again, I just want to say thank y'all for those of you who did stick around to the very end. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.